start with Evan and we'll get Zed when he gets here. A lot of you are needed here.
I just want to ask, I know the GoFundMe's out there for your dad. Just what's it been like working through that, having him deal with what he's dealing with, and having a game like today?
It's definitely been tougher in some moments. I know the whole thing with his heart's been going on for a while, so I think I've been playing with this since the beginning, since the season started. So it's like I'm not used to it, but like it's a little bit easier because I've been doing it for a while. So now that like everybody knows, it's not as different, but it still is hard because in the back of your mind you're like any second. But it just I'm blessed though to get to play another day. God allowed my dad to see me play, so it's just I'm just blessed to be able to do it.
And what's it like to have a game offensively like this? I know your game is predicated on so much besides scoring, but when it comes to you on a day like today, what was that like?
It feels great. Just being confident out there. I know I talked to Coach a little bit. It's just like he just tells me keep playing with that confidence. Like he loves it. So just know when I get in the paint, just being able to finish and take my time in there. So, but it's awesome. It's definitely a confidence booster.
You started to find, I guess, more of a comfort in your role on the offensive end. It seems like, especially on the inside, you're starting to find those spaces a little more for your shot.
Yeah, definitely. Just been playing, through playing as many games we played so far through the summer. It's just every game getting more comfortable being able to read my teammates as well, knowing where their tendencies are, being able to get to open spots for them too. So yeah, definitely.
Evan, you guys opened this game on a 16-0 run. What made you guys so ready to come out in that way and take control like that?
I think you can say it's a couple of things. You can say that we've lost 3 in a row. You can say it's just they beat us last time when we definitely should have had that game. So there's plenty of things you can point on, but I just think we were just really ready. Like we were hungry to get out there and just play. I think that's the type of team we have, though. I think every game you're gonna get our best shot. But no matter what, no matter if shots are falling or anything, I think we're going to come out and try to dominate on both ends. But I feel like those are the main things.
Well, when we talked to Roddy yesterday, he said he felt this was like a must-win game for you guys. That was the phrase he used. Did you feel that way? And what does it feel like in a situation like that to get a win?
Definitely, it definitely does. I know last year playing, the ups and downs of the Big Ten season are crazy. You can go win 4 in a row, but then come back and lose a couple. So it's just like being able to lock in on the next game and not dwell on the last ones and just be like, hey, this is where it stops. This is the game that we're going to get. Is a really big thing. So I think you put it perfectly. I think it was a must-win game, and it feels nice that we got it. I think, especially going into a tougher part of our season. I know we're about to head to Nebraska, so just have confidence going to that game.
Evan, you guys have obviously had your road struggles, losing, I guess, 3 games on the road. But at home, it seems like you guys shoot a lot better, like on your home floor. What allows you guys to really shoot well at home with the home crowd and all that?
I mean, we practice on this court a lot, so I guess you could say that. But at the same time, sometimes the shots don't fall. Sometimes they do. But I think we can't. I think one thing that we've learned to do, especially the past couple games, the shots might not have been falling. It's just not let that determine our whole game. Not let that determine our defense. Not let that determine how much we get to the paint, get to the free throw line. So I mean, that's basketball. It's up and down. So you never know.
And then, how much of an emphasis was it for you guys to kind of get in the inside? And you guys had a lot of paint points. I think it was like 40 to 24 or something.
Yeah, it was a big emphasis. But I think through this time, looking at the past games, we had a lot of just different. Like we have so many great shooters on this team. So it's like to get them easier shots. We want to get it into the paint and then look out to get to them. So but that just makes it easier for them to get tee up threes. So it was a big emphasis for us.
You talked about the good start. What does it take to do that consistently?
I think coming into each game, like that's our last game. Like we just came off another loss. I feel like coming into those games, I think no matter what, it's coming out looking to dominate from the start. I think that's why we might have had that good of a start. We were all ready to dominate. So just having that same type of mentality going into each game, I think even if it's not a start like that, we still have that type of confidence going on throughout the game.
And we talked about your contributions offensively, but Devin and what he brought off the bench, Dale, I know he didn't score a ton, but just guys chipping in here and there. How important was that to today, and can that be something you guys sustain?
Super important. I think you need everybody on the team, especially in this league, in the tournament. You need everybody you can get. So I think with us, we have such a deep team. So like it's no drop off, no matter who's in the game. And I think it showed today. So I think it's super important, especially down the stretch. As the season gets longer, guys get a little nicks and innies that get hurt. Like you gotta be able to have that next guy up mentality.
Evan, back to the GoFundMe page. What role has your dad played in your basketball journey?
A huge role. I mean, since I was a kid, I was at his hip when he was coaching at North College. So I was constantly with him. So for him not to be here as much, it definitely hurts. But at the same time, I know he's watching from where he is, and but it just gives me extra motivation for sure, just to play a little bit harder because. I mean, God can take anybody off the shores at any given time. And I think these type of situations really show you, it's true. So, but I know he was a big part. But my mom, my sister, my brother, they still come to the game. My grandpa, my aunts, still have really good spaces.
We got one more for Evan.
Okay, yeah.
Jeff,
You
Trevor,
talked about today was an emphasis for going inside. Is that been part of the game plan all along and it just worked better today, or is this a newer kind of let's really get the ball inside more and do that?
I would say, I think it was always one of the things that we wanted to do, but I think just watching the past couple games, that's one of the things that that stuck out to the coaching staff that they wanted to see. So I mean, it was always emphasis, but I think that's one of the things we could really improve in, I guess you could say. So, so that's why I think it was a little more of an emphasis in this game than going forward too.
Zed, you've been here for a couple seasons when maybe stopping the losing streak wasn't this easy in 3 games. What was that locker room like, knowing, hey, you put the last 3 games behind you, and now you can start a new run?
I mean, it's good to get a W, but it's next game now. We got to focus on Nebraska. They're a really good team. Going to their place, a tough place to play. But guys are still locked in, ready to go, working hard to practice. So I know tomorrow we'll come back and get ready for Nebraska.
All right, let's go one more up front here with 80 for Evan, and then we'll let him
Coach Rhodes for Penn State used a term that you see, I think, a lot more prevalently in football to describe you on defense. He said you had a nose for the ball. And I think you hear that around basketball circles too. But is that a good way to describe kind of your defensive versatility, and just the way you kind of show up in multiple places on the floor on that end? 2 blocks and 2 steals in this game.
I guess you can put it that way, but I think it just comes from just trying to be in the right spots in our defense. Our defense is, I love our defense. I love the way we play defense. It allows us to move, allows us to just be aggressive on the ball, be physical. So I think just working with Coach Bailey, constantly talking to him hey, if this ball comes off this way, can I stay here a little bit longer so I can bait that? So just different things like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Thanks, Evan.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Zed.
Yeah, just to follow up with you, Zed, what is Evan, when Evan's playing like this, what extra element does it bring to the team when he has a game like this?
I mean, he's very talented. People, as I said, I think before, people were saying stuff about him because he wasn't really scoring and stuff, but he's been proved, he's been showing us that look, he can defend, he can score around the rim. So, he's a great player. He comes to work every day in practice, and he's earning what he gets.
Does that seem like this was the most concerted effort they've had as far as getting the ball to you on the block and getting some post touches, and maybe all season? Did you feel that? Where do you think that came from, and how did it feel to be seemingly more involved in the game plan?
I mean, this game, the coaching staff, they saw a mismatch, and they wanted to exploit it, and teammates found me in the right spot, and I was able to convert most of the time. But when the coaching staff sees something, they trust us. They put the trust in us and to go make a play. And this game was one of those games.
Well, what did it feel like maybe after some of the more recent games where you haven't gotten as many opportunities to have a game like this, to end a losing streak, to play such a pivotal role in a game like this, shoot off finger guns the first time in a while? How did that all feel?
I mean, it feels great. You know, win is a win. You know, but you know, it feels great. Obviously, I've played well in the past couple of games, but you know, just continue to work. You know, every day, come in, work out. You know, with my position coach, Coach O. You know, and trust the work. So you know, trust the game plan. You know, I am working on. So you know, just putting to work every day.
Zed, what's the emergence of Devin Royal been like as a low post scorer, just a peek for that?
Like he's really strong. He's talented. He has great footwork. Tenacious rebounder. You know, every time I turn around and look, he has an offensive rebound like somehow. So you know, he plays hard. You know, he comes to work every day. Also, you know, he's one like a freshman. You know, still figuring stuff out, but every day he comes to work and plays hard in practice.
You seem locked in right now, even after a win. You said a win is a win. What's kind of the mindset right now after stopping the streak but knowing so much is ahead?
I mean, we still have a lot of basketball left. You know, we're playing against a good team, Nebraska, then on another good team, Northwestern. So, you know, just to stay, like, as you just said, locked in, because, you know, we have 2 big games on the road coming up. So, you know, just got to stay locked in.
What do you think you're most able to build off of in this game? You guys won the rebounding battle. You only turned it over 6 times. You know, you had a double-digit lead for basically the entire game. Like, what from this game do you think is replicable as you go into some road games now this week?
I mean, that's, you know, being turning the ball over a lot, you know, with sharing the ball. So, you know, just keep playing like that, and we should be fine. You know, guys are hitting shots that they usually make. So, you know, keep playing like that. You know, we'll be good.
The way Coach Rhodes said that they were really concerned about like trying to keep you guys from getting downhill, especially your guards. But like Bruce tonight, he was 1 of 7 from 3, 1 of 9 from the 4. But like, what are teams starting to do to take Bruce away a little bit, and how are you guys trying to adjust to that?
Obviously, teams are going to game plan around Bruce, Roddy, and Jameson because you know they're shooting the ball really at a high clip. But you know, everyone like Bruce is gonna be fine. You know, 1 for 9. You know, everyone has off games. But you know, just like he knows that teams are game planning for him, so like he's gonna adjust. You know, we make adjustments in the game. You know, because we see teams starting to double him off the pick and roll and off the screen. So you know, he's gonna adjust. He'll be fine for the next game.
Good. Zed, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Zed.